Hello YouTube friends, this is Dr. Teresa Ulrich here. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how it was going with my experiment of hatching out brine shrimp once a week. I've tried different ways collecting the shrimp after I've put it in the enrichment liquid. Right now I'm just trying to finish this off. The shrimp are mostly still alive, which is good. It's a little hard to see with that short water, but I'm definitely going to have to make a change with how I'm doing things. One, I was hoping that these marine flakes that I was using, because they're very fine, would break up on their own. But you can see there are a lot of particles in there still, so that's not going to be good. We don't want that to end up polluting the brine shrimp or the seahorse tank. What I've done is I've ordered some spirulina powder, which will work better, but I'm going to continue to use this in a couple of different ways. I will pre-soak this after I've ground it up using the grinder that I showed you last time. Get as fine a grind as I can. Let it soak maybe for about an hour in water. Then I will add some spirulina powder to it while this is soaking, and just let them soak together and break down the best they can in the water. And then I'll use my sieve to strain out the particles and create my own sort of green water to feed the brine shrimp with. Also, it seems like hatching out once a week isn't going to be enough. I'm using that tiny 2-gallon tank for the seahorses, and even with only 8 dwarves in that tank, I feel like the food options, the density is just too sparse for them when I'm trying to extend out how much time I'm getting out of one batch. So I'm going to, in my next batch, do a couple of different things. I'm getting ready to hatch another batch after this because I'm pretty low. And with that batch, I'll feed some right away to the dwarf seahorses, because being newly hatched decapsulated brine, it's going to be very nutritious for them. And then I will make my enrichment mixture and then add some of the Celcon for the fatty acids. And I'll see if I can get away with doing this twice a week with hatching, which is still way better than doing it every day. And I might be able to do that. In addition to that, I'm going to use the flakes in another way I mentioned. I've decided to order a culture of copepods, which are tiny little crustaceans, almost microscopic, but you can see them without a microscope if you look at them carefully. And I'll set up a tiny little tank at the bottom of my seahorse tank stand, along with that hatching vessel that I have up there for the decapsulated brine shrimp. And this will be good to use to feed the copepods. I may still use that idea of making my own type of green water with this. I'm not sure. The copepods, they're actually a good cleanup crew, so they may actually eat the flakes. And what I'll do is I'll add some rocks to the culture, and the copepods will start reproducing and living in the porous rocks. And I'll show you how I can use that strategy to create a supplemental feeding, which will be really nice for when I have somebody caring for the seahorses when I'm on vacation. So I'm really enjoying experimenting and seeing how everything's working. A lot of exciting things happening. I appreciate you following along and seeing what's working for me. I wonder if we can see the brine shrimp now swimming around. They're kind of cold, so it's a little hard to see them swimming around. But when I put them in the dwarf seahorse tank, it takes them a minute or two, and then they start swimming around. But everything is going well so far, and I appreciate your being with me. Take care.